What's going on, everyone? It's Greg back with another MIR4 video, and today I'm going to talk about the Codex. I know people have been asking me to do this, so here it is. So first and foremost, let me let you know where I'm coming from. If you look at the ranking on NA11 and go to Codex, I am currently ranked number 2. I was number 1 yesterday. JCC jumped above me. It is what it is. I'm working on it. I by no means consider myself a whale, more of a dolphin, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So I mean, I'm like what you call a light spender. Um, so I've used some gold to advance my codex, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But again, you can get gold in game, so it's not. I'm not doing anything that everyone else can't do. But here I am. I have 130 things registered in my codex. So let's get right on into it. Now, when you get to the codex, you have 4 different sections. You have character, reputation, server, and time limited. Let's start with time limited because it's pretty quick and simple. Essentially, this is basically just the area for event type stuff. And so just like they gave away this ring for pre-registration, which at this point everyone can get it, but they gave away this ring as pre-registration. I already had my blue ring made at that point when I got it, when I picked it up. So I went ahead and registered it here in the Codex, and I'm getting an extra 1% all attack boost from that item. I don't actually know if this counts toward the overall. Let me see here. If we look at progress, I have 19 and 110. So yeah, I guess it is counting towards the overall progress. That's interesting. So that's that. That's the time limited, and that's restricted to there could be any kind of date range on here, events, things like that. The other section that I want to go ahead and touch on real quick because it's not going to take much time is the server section. Now the idea behind this is like if you have multiple characters on your account, like you can essentially you're going to get gear for each of those characters. This is a way to get power up all of your characters on the same account. The issue I have with this is I don't really have time to start any other characters. You can get this stuff all on your own and register from your main account, but everything in here starts at +7, and that's the least of my worries right now. I'm not really dealing with +7 stuff right now. I will probably eventually come in here and do this because there's a method of using the enhancement stones for this. You use the yellow enhancement stone to go for your +7 from +4. That's kind of what the approach you take with this. So essentially the way you're working on gear in the codex is as you can. Like, so if you have the crafting materials, if you have the enhancement stones, and you have the dark steel and stuff like that, then you put a little effort into it. That's the other thing I want to go ahead and mention up front. Like, I do have some Draco, I did obtain some Draco, and I have very easy access to dark steel. I don't actually mine it. I just exchange my Draco when I need to. So that's server and time limited. I don't have anything in server right now. Not really worried about it. The other section that won't take too long to talk about is the reputation section. Now, these are the items that you are able to craft from the little loot items you get from the different maps. So if you look in your bag, you should be ended up collecting these, just going around killing, mobs everywhere. You'll collect these little badges, or what do they call them? Yeah, demon badge. So like right now, I've been doing a lot in Snake Pit, and so it says this Snake Pit demon's essence. It is found in the common hunting grounds and labyrinth in Snake Pit. So I get plenty of those because I'm over here grinding most of the time. If you see this one, this is Snake Pit Boss's Malice, and I have a little bit less of these because bosses spawn less. But I've been camping some bosses overnight, and so I've been collecting some of these. I already crafted some, but so I can craft another one at this point. And each one you craft takes 10 of the item. And so real quick, let me show you the crafting piece of that. Come in here to your crafting materials, go to your gear codex, and this is where you would craft those items. So like right now, I can craft 6 of these helmets, and I'm gonna go ahead and craft one because I want to show you guys the next part of this. So if you look at the codex for reputation, it is a minimum of 2 or a minimum of +2 to register anything on here. So as you can see, can I go down? You can see all these things I've registered. These are all the +2 things I've collected. I will say I do check the market for these. If they're on sale for like 10 gold, I usually pick them up, and that's how I obtain a few more than normal. And as you can see here, the progress I've done 19 of these. And look, guys, you get pretty good boosts. I mean, I'm getting heck. I even got a dark steel game boost here. I got a drop chance boost. I got boss damage reduction by 3%, 3% on all of these. I'm getting 15 crit, 15 crit evade, crit damage boost. These things all help. Physical attack, physical defense, spell defense, all very good stats. So what the way my approach with the reputation section is to look at the ones that need 2 +2. You start with the is there any 2? No, I'm sorry, there aren't 2. They're all 3. So what I do is I go through and see what I have to craft them, upgrade them, and so forth. Now, this might look easy because it's +2, but it's really not. So let me go ahead and show you that aspect of this. If you come into where you're ready to enhance them, I have the helmet. It has an 80% chance at the first enhancement, and it has a chance of breaking. It is in the danger zone. It's always in the danger zone with these. So the higher you go, the worse it's going to be. So it could break on the first one. But as you can see, it takes less dark steel. So really, the biggest material you're using here is the enhancement stones. So these are, somewhat, I don't want to say they're easy to do in the Codex, but they're easier. So let me go ahead and see if I can enhance this and see what happens. Boom. See, I tried to go +1, it broke. I broke plenty of these. There was a lot on the market early on. Like I'd buy like 10 at a time at 10 gold a piece. I throw them all in the auto enchant and see how many survive. Usually you get about 30% survival rate on those. And then I register them. So that is how those work. Let's go back to the Codex. That, like I said, that is the reputation. You got to look at these, and also you can see where they're going to drop. So this is, it's the uncommon the Bishan bosses ghost stone. And so from there you can look at the little icon. You go to your bag and see if you have any. If I can find the bag. All right. So on the stones here, and was it this one? Yeah, the boss's malice. So it tells me here that unique demons from the common and labyrinth areas in Bishan, and it's only from the bosses, the little boss, the field bosses essentially. So you're gonna have to kill those over and over again, and to get those pieces. So if you look at the market, like those are gonna be a little bit higher. And so if I show you real quick on some of the, like I need a bunch of these. If I go to market, they're selling for 49 gold a piece. I'm not willing to spend that at this point. At some point, I'll go back and farm these up. But for now, I'll just hold off. And then once you get done with the the +2s, you do have +2 in these rares. These are definitely a lot harder to find. I think I have enough to craft one rare at this point. So, these are things you're just going to collect as you're going through killing mobs. So you want to make sure you craft those and go ahead. And my base thing is to go ahead and upgrade them to +2. If they go, they go. If they don't, they don't. And then from there, if I need to see, oh, I need this one +3, I'll try that. A lot of them break going +3. I just tell you that now. A lot of them going to break going +3. But try to work through this and, collect the ones. You can keep them in your bag temporarily so that you can see if, you get a collection as you keep going, or you just kind of analyze it a little bit. And if you end up with like 5 of these in your bag, go ahead and register a few of them at least. And then you can always fill it in later. As you can see here, like I got all these registered because that's all I need in the +2s, and I don't need any more of them. So they're all registered, and I'm just waiting on these other pieces. So next, I think that's all we need to talk about. Like in reputation, let me just tell you. I mean, like once you do +2s, you're gonna go to the +3s. And as you can see, I'm working on that, but you get stuck on those because you need the spiritual center, and it takes a while to get there. I think it's like level 65 plus at this point. Could be 70 plus, I'm not sure. So you're gonna need, at this point, you're gonna need a spiritual center, and that's just gonna be a waiting game. So that's it for reputation. Now comes the most important part, the character. And let me let's just do that. So, in the character, this is where you're going to get the bulk of your effects. As you can see here, I have 300 HP from this, 160 MP, 160 physical attack is a pretty decent chunk. Same on defense, spell attack, spell defense. 30 accuracy I'm getting here, 60 evade, 60 crit. I'm getting a 16% crit attack damage boost from just Codex. Getting a 20% bash attack damage boost from Codex. I'm getting some PvP damage. I'm getting monster attack damage. I'm getting boss attack damage. These are, pretty darn good. I'm getting all attack, all damage reduction. I'm getting my a drop chance boost of 8%, copper 8%, experience 8%. All these things are very helpful to help you progress in the game. So, what is my strategy here? There's a few key areas that you're looking at. You're looking at magic stones. You're looking at spirits or spirit stones, and then your gear. And then there's some other things you throw in there. Like there are these items that come from doing the mystery scrolls, and those just have spaces where they fit in. You can go ahead and register those where they belong, because you get enough for the 2 slots for them, and then you register those and you wait till you get the other stuff. So let's go down to the stuff I have finished, and I'll talk about my strategy here. So much to put in here. All right. So as you can see here, there are actually some of these daggum treasures that are really hard to get. I'm still missing this treasure right here. And that's the other thing I forgot to mention, treasures. So you get the magic stones, the treasures, the spirit treasures, the spirits, and gear. So I'm almost done with green spirit treasures. Why this last one is evading me, I don't know. It's just a crit damage reduction. I don't know why that's a big deal. I understand like some of these were harder to get, like PvP damage reduction, and it was like the all attack or something. There's a couple of them that are hard to get. Actually, I'm still missing a couple here too. This sword, for whatever reason, is hard to get. And this one I would like. I mean, it's crit attack damage boost, but I'm not really keeping any of the greens. All right. So let me go down to what I finished. That's what I was trying to do. This list is entirely too long. All right, so I probably should do that a little bit differently, but oh well. Here you go. This is the easy peasy stuff. These armor pieces, you're gonna collect so much armor from farming mobs. Go ahead and register this stuff before you sell it or do something else with it. I mean, if you have your armor maxed out, that is. So make your T4 piece and then go ahead and start registering the pieces. And then, so once you get a few of these, you got a few of these that are just no upgrades. And then you get into the +4. So you got 0 upgrades, +4. And those are like easy to do. You just need the materials for these. So my number one tip for working on the armor codex, buy the 20 enhancement stones from the sundry every single day. You can get at the sundry, which is there's one in the snake pit, and let me go ahead and go to the castle first. So in the castle, you look over here on the right, you got sundry merchant. You go to him, you can buy 20 enhancement stones every day with copper. I think it's 20k total. Don't quote me on that. Either way, it's cheap enough. No reason for you not to be buying them. You especially don't want to be buying them from the market. I mean, you can if you're that far along and you have the extra funds, but you don't need to do that. Just make sure you go to the sundry. Same thing here. In snake pit area, you got sundry merchant. Go ahead and buy those stones every day. That's going to help you in getting that green gear upgraded for the codex. Alright, so if I look at uncommon, it really is either the 0 or there's the +4. And I believe I've done all my +4 at this point. So as you can see here, this is how many things you got +4. Another thing, if you do have some gold to spend, and maybe this will change after this video, people are putting their +5 gear on the market for 10 gold. To me, that's a steal. It's saving me other materials in upgrading those items, and it gives me easier chances to go for +6 and +7. And I was getting to that in a second. I don't know why I went ahead and skip to that. But let's look at +5, because +5 is also very easy. You got another, these sets of 3s. Those are pretty easy to fill out, get it done. So then let's go to 6. This is where the challenge starts kicking in. So see if I can show you what I have done. I actually have quite a few done. So you can see I got all these +6s registered. And most of these came from going to the market and getting +5s for 10 gold and then just spamming them. I broke a bunch of them. Oh well. I have sold stuff on the market. I made like 2.5k gold from the market. It's not all that I've gotten off the shop. And you reinvest it into your codex, because these effects matter. You get the evade, crit, all this stuff. More crit, more evade. It's all useful. Then once you hit the +6, you'll be on +6 for a while. Look at all this stuff. There's so much stuff to +6, and I'm seeing less and less +5 gear on the market, because I'm sure people are catching on. So this is going to take a little bit longer to do, and that kind of goes into my next tip. So what's going to happen is, as you're progressing, you're going to be getting the yellow enhancement stones that are, of the green rarity, the uncommon yellow mystic enhancement stones. They give you an opportunity to get from +1 to +4. So you might get +1, you might get +2, you might get +3, you might get +4. You never know. It's a roll of the dice. So your strategy is to upgrade your items to +4. Use the enhancement stones, see if you can get something better. It's worked out for me a few times. It's got me a couple +7s. But either way, this is going to take a long time to get through. So you got the +6s, you got +7s, and I believe it goes all the way up to +8. Let me see if that is true in here. Yes. So we have +8s. And is there 9 and above? I do not remember. No, it's just 8. Which that is like the hardest thing to get to from +4. But you can do it with that Mystic Enhancement Stone. So that's the idea here. So, I'm not anywhere near that yet. That covers the gear. So now we're going to go back to 0 and 0. And quick talk about spirit treasures. They are pretty easy. You're going to get lots of spirit treasures. What I like to do is, when I get spirit treasures, I get like 15 of them at a time. I register what I could in Codex, then I go through and combine. And each combine, you're going to get new ones, so you need to go back to the Codex and make sure you can't register something else. And just keep rotating that through during your combining. Hopefully you get some blue ones, so on and so forth. Now, I haven't done too much with my blue ones. Well, I take that back. I've registered, a decent chunk of rare ones. I don't know if I can find some. I don't know if I've actually, yeah, I have completed some. So I've completed some blue ones. Same thing with a few of these magic stones. Even though at this point, I think I probably would have rather combined them, because I'm really trying really hard to get an epic magic stone. It's just not working out for me. So you got these blue treasures. Some of them are decent. You can put them on your spirits. Otherwise, it's not huge, but you can get this 3% damage reduction, 3% damage boost, boss attack damage boost. You get some decent little buffs here. So that is the spirit treasures. Same deal. You get a bunch, you register what you can, you combine, register, rinse and repeat. Now, uncommon, we talked about spirit treasures. Let's talk about spirits. Eventually, you want to make sure you're buying your at least 60k copper spirit summon every day. Same thing with your skill tome. You're going to need lots of those. You need lots of even uncommon skill tomes just to try to combine. Although at this point, my RNG is absolute trash. I've combined like 25 sets of green books, and I still have not gotten a rare in that full run. I did before, but not in that full run. So I'm struggling to get my rare books, but it is what it is. Spirits. Like I said, you want to get your summon. Once you have your collection of spirits, everyone you get is a dupe. Like, you can't do anything with the extra ones. So you're going to go through and register them in the Codex. Once you fill out your Codex, then you can start combining. You can make a personal decision whether or not you want to start combining ahead of time, but the rates are low enough that, like, to me personally, I'd rather invest in my Codex, get those benefits there. I'm getting quite a few benefits from my spirits, as you can see. Again, boss attack damage, monster reduction, monster damage reduction, monster attack damage boost. It's all coming from these extra spirits. I believe I just finished filling in all of my uncommon spirits. Next up, magic stones. You want to be hitting the magic stone floor in Magic Square at least sometimes, because it's going to get you your magic stones, and you want to gather them up. Same concept as spirit treasures. Register what you can in the Codex, then go through and well, let me take a step back. You keep what you need first, then go through register what you can in the Codex. Then you go combine what you have left. After each combine, you go check the Codex again unless you absolutely know what you need. Check the Codex again and see what you can register. For me, these little all attack damage boosts, green, uncommon stones, were the hardest thing to get. I think I just filled the rest of these in, and I might still not be done with them. I might need one or two more. I can't remember. Those were the hardest to get, but otherwise, I just keep filling them in. And then of course, there's some mixed in here with treasures. So it's gonna be good to get to epic magic stones, but these boosts here are really good to just go ahead and fill them in. Crit attack damage boost 4%. That's a nice little chunk. And I got it, like, here's two of them. That's 8%. That's a nice little chunk from just registering these green stones. So I hope you understand the importance of the Codex and what you should be working on. It's not that hard to do. I think that just about covers everything. In terms of, after that, the same process goes for the rares. I've been registering a few things here and there. At this point, I have made the decision to kind of hold off on the rare magic stone registering, because you actually have to mix them with these rare books. And I need every rare book I get. Like, I don't want to register them. So I'm trying to get up to the epic skills. At that point, I'll come back and fill these in. So for now, I'm done registering my blue magic stones. I'm combining them, hoping to get an epic. I haven't been that lucky yet, but what can I do? Then we have the blue spirits. Again, I don't picture myself combining the blue spirits. So I probably will be registering these, but I'm still kind of tossing it around in my head. It's hard to get blue spirits as it is, so even getting enough to fill up the incense burner is a pain in the butt. So, I'm not ready necessarily to be combining those just nonstop. Plus, if you combine 4 rare spirits and you don't get something good, it's kind of depressing. I'm just saying. So that's that. That is the Codex. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. I do not mind answering questions. I do my best to respond to everyone as much as possible. Codex is a very important part of the game. Make sure you guys focus on it. Register these things. It's not that hard. You just put in there what you can. You don't. If you want to go the extra mile like me, get some stuff off the market and stuff like that, go for it. These boosts are helpful. And one important thing, like, just how you saw me filtering by the enhancements, you can also filter by the boost. So there's nothing in there. And why 0 to 12? That's interesting. I thought oh, okay, I guess it was only upgraded gear. So I could have sworn crit came from some other stuff. So let's see. Can I reset this? Okay. I don't know. But either way, you can filter down by the stat. And just like me, to me, like, crit is important on a Lancer, in my opinion. So I targeted these, and that's where I really targeted my +6s first. I went for the crit. So that's another way to approach it. See what stat you want and go for them. And so you can pick, pretty much any stat in here. You want to increase your drop chance? Well, here's all the things that can increase your drop chance. So that is that. I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, make sure you leave a like and let me know down in the comments. I'm gonna repeat one more time. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Feel free to jump on Discord and hit me up on Discord. I don't mind chatting. Other than that, thank you guys for all the support so far. It has been really overwhelming. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting to be growing as fast as I am, and I owe it all to everyone that's watching. And I will say, there's a lot of people watching that are not subscribed, so please just hit that subscribe button and help me out. And then you can turn those notifications on. Then you can know every time I'm posting a video. So there you go. So as usual, have a great day, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.